Hello and welcome viewers, I'm Nirmal. Let's understand what the Feb mutual fund data actually indicates. We have Ritu Poddar, Head Mutual Fund Research and Product joining in. Ritu, overall if you see in terms of the numbers that have come in, we've seen a reduction of almost 2% on the overall AUM. What is this data indicating in terms of the psychology of the investors taking the current market situation?
So yes, overall, if you look at then the total AUM of the industry has fallen down by around 2%, which has come down to 27.23. So there are multiple reasons behind this. One, if you'll see the outflows in a liquid fund is the major one, which we have seen, and in the month of February we have seen the market also delivered a negative returns. So due to mark to market, we have also seen this reduction in the AUM. But overall, if we'll talk about the inflows and equity, which was quite steady, and we have seen very good flows.
Right. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, inflows into equity mutual funds is almost touched an 11-month high right now.
Correct.
So what is that indicating? Is it saying that investors are really scared right now to take bets by themselves on individual stocks, and hence they are moving, to mutual funds related to equities?
So if we'll talk about the equity mutual funds, then we have seen around 10,730 crores inflow in this month. In the past month, we have seen around 7,458 crores, which is around 40% up. We have seen, and which is, as you mentioned, it's a 11-month high number we are seeing in this month. So basically, investor are somewhere is showing trust on the mutual funds, and they are taking not as a as a trading product. Is a any which ways mutual fund is an investment product. So they are just keeping faith in a mutual fund as a product, and they are investing, and they are taking a benefit of this fall in the market.
Right. Overall, I was just going through your report where if I see the total industry, there's a net outflow of almost 1985 odd crores, and very interestingly, this has come in the second month of the quarter. Does this really suggest that there is that cautiousness that is prevailing amongst the investors?
So this number actually it's not a very portray a very good right picture, I would say.
Okay.
Because liquid is a very volatile money, which we see in the category wise. If we'll go ahead, so if we'll reduce the or remove the liquid category or ultra short term and all, then there is around 45,000 crores inflow, which is around double in this month we have seen. So
Okay.
January it was around 22,000. In the month of Feb we are seeing a 45,000. So mostly the impact of liquid funds outflow is coming in this number.
Right. So let's talk about individual categories as well. If you have to look at equity mutual fund category right now, which is the space where you're seeing reduction in terms of AUM, and which is the category where you're seeing that there is the least amount of erosion that's happening? Because the previous month when we spoke, we have been talking about the small cap and the mid cap funds that was seeing a lot of traction.
Correct.
Has that traction continued in this month as well?
Yeah, we have seen a very good number in a small cap space. I think the number has actually increased by around 40%, kind of thing. Yes, we have seen a little, downfall in the mid cap funds, but the large cap and the small cap are the two categories where we are seeing around, 500 odd crores inflows.
Okay.
If we'll talk about, otherwise the value and contra is one category where we are seeing erosion in terms of inflows. So basically large and small cap is the category where we are seeing a very strong inflows.
Right. And what's the sense that you're picking up with regards to where the debt mutual fund category goes?
So debt mutual fund category, in this month, if we'll see the numbers, then credit is the space where we are seeing, very less outflow in this month. Around 600 odd crores outflow we are seeing after 1200 or 1400 kind of, outflows. But I believe after Yes Bank episode in this month, we might see, more outflows in this particular category.
Okay. And interesting number that I'm picking up with regards to where the ultra short duration funds go. We've seen an outflow of a marginal 40 crores. versus an inflow of almost 8,153 crores that we saw in the month of January.
Correct.
Is that signaling towards anything?
So basically liquid ultra short term overnight, basically corporates invest in these categories for the window dressing and all. So towards the end of the quarter, corporates withdraw this money to pay the advance tax thing
Correct.
and the window dressing kind of a thing. So basically these numbers are very volatile if you look about the, across categories.
Okay. And even the hybrid funds have seen an outflow in this month of worth almost 2,000 odd crores. Now, overall, is it that the hybrid category has actually contributed aggressively to the total outflows?
So hybrid category, I think we are seeing quite a few months we are seeing continuously the outflow in this particular category. The reason is the funds actually is not delivering, and somehow the exposure in debt is also hampering the categories somehow.
Okay.
So we are not seeing a very good inflows in this particular
Right.
category.
So overall, if you have to take a holistic view of the data that has come in for the month of February, what is it indicating for the markets according to you?
So I believe, despite the coronavirus thing and the Yes Bank episode, uh, if we look at the equity numbers are quite strong, which is around 40%. Upside we are seeing in inflows. So somewhere I feel like investors actually having faith on the mutual fund as a product, and they are just putting their money, because if you look at the SIP numbers, so SIP numbers are again, it's on a flattish number we have seen in this month, which is 8,513 crores, some odd kind of a crores. So which is showing like somewhere investors are putting their interest in this particular product, and they are just investing.
Right. So this is actually because if you see the way markets have behaved in the month of February, in fact, probably even Sensex BSE 100, we saw cuts of almost 6.5% that came in on that front. In spite of that, we've seen these kind of inflows that have come in, at least on the equity side. So probably this is indicating that Indian investors are using this fall as an opportunity to buy through mutual funds then.
Very true. See, now investors are become, I would say they are they are behaving like a mature investors.
Correct.
Now. So they are not, taking any wrong bet on the, markets, and they are not worrying about the market is going down. They are actually taking the market fall as an opportunity. So they are just putting, if they have an extra, otherwise they are just keeping, calm, and they are just, behaving like mature investors.
Right. All right, Ritu. Thank you for getting us that insight. So that's a view coming in, and a view with regards to the mutual fund data that has come in for the month of February 2020. That's all that we have. In fact, for more updates, you could subscribe to our Nirmal Bank channel on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks for watching.